Why do many people nowadays think that 200,000 level sedans have basically nothing to do with driving pleasure? Why are more and more cars either focused on fuel efficiency and commuting, or packed with large screens like a mobile living room? But there is one car that is not too expensive, but has a strong personality. It insists on longitudinal rear-wheel drive, adheres to sporty tuning, and even has a bit of a track tempo. Some say it's the ceiling of handling in the 200,000 level segment. Others call it the last stubbornness of the fuel era. Today, Nanfu Talks About Cars is going to talk about the Cadillac CT4. Many people who hear about the CT4 for the first time may only think it's cheap, easy to drive, and cost-effective. But if you look back at its history, you'll find that this car didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It has a quite legendary story behind it. Let's go back to 2013. At that time, Cadillac had just started its transformation, wanting to get rid of the label of old-fashioned luxury, so it launched a sports sedan, specifically targeting the BMW 3 Series. The Cadillac ATS, the biggest feature of this car, was a rear-wheel drive platform called Alpha Light Body, stiff chassis, and precise handling, coupled with a 20T engine with ample power. Many people would say, after driving it for the first time, this car is really fun to drive. Later, to cater to domestic consumers' demand for space, Cadillac Special launched a China-exclusive version, the Cadillac ATS-L. After extending the wheelbase, the rear row could finally seat people. In addition, Cadillac was always unconventional with its pricing. Back then, with the discounts offered, its cost performance instantly soared. In those years, the ATS-L almost became the rear-wheel drive belief in the hearts of many young people. Powerful performance, fierce handling, and a bit of a suit-wearing thug vibe when driving. By 2020, the ATS generation gradually exited the market, and Cadillac began to adopt a new naming system. So the successor to the ATS became the CT4. Although the name changed, the essence remained the short wheelbase, longitudinal engine, and rear-wheel drive. These structures, which are becoming increasingly rare in this segment, today are still fully retained. The current CT4 on sale is about 476 meters long with a wheelbase of 277 meters, positioned as a luxury midsize sports sedan. The official guide price ranges from 210,000 yuan to 250,000 yuan, but anyone familiar with Cadillac knows that it always likes to show sincerity. The terminal discount can often reach about 60,000 to 70,000 yuan. In other words, it's not difficult to buy a luxury brand rear-wheel drive sedan for less than 200,000 yuan. First, let's talk about the appearance. At first glance, this car looks quite aggressive. Cadillac's iconic shield-shaped grille, paired with the raised muscular lines on the hood, looks very powerful. The most recognizable feature is a pair of vertically extending daytime running lights, like two sharp fangs, which instantly enhances the car's aura. From the side, its sports genes are more evident. A typical rear-wheel drive proportion, short front overhang and long rear overhang, a low and compact body posture, coupled with a smooth roofline and a slightly raised ducktail. The whole car looks like a cheetah ready to pounce at any time, compared with many sedans that are becoming more rounded and family-oriented. The CT4 obviously emphasizes a sharp and aggressive feeling. However, good looks alone can't support the title of handling benchmark. What really gives the CT4 confidence is its mechanical quality. The 20T version's engine has a maximum power of 237 horsepower and a peak torque of 355 Nm, matched with an 8-speed automatic transmission with a 0-100 km/h acceleration of about 69 seconds. This performance is quite impressive among fuel-powered cars under 200,000 yuan. More importantly, it is also equipped with a mechanical limited slip differential. Simply put, during intense driving, the two rear wheels can distribute power more reasonably, making cornering more stable and even making beautiful drifting moves. In some extreme cases, for people who love driving, the driving pleasure brought by this mechanical structure is something many ordinary family cars can provide. Later, the CT4 added a 1.5T power version. When it was first launched, many people complained that the car had lost its soul, but objectively speaking, this 15T engine is not weak either. Maximum power of 211 horsepower and 0-100 km/h acceleration of about 79 seconds, which is completely sufficient for daily commuting and can even satisfy occasional bursts of passion. However, compared with the 20T version, it lacks the calmness and confidence of high speed. Power burst in terms of the chassis. The CT4 adopts a front McPherson plus rear 5-link suspension structure, coupled with a double ball joint front suspension design, and the overall tuning is obviously sporty. The driving feel is tight and resilient, and the steering wheel is very precise. Many car owners say that this car has a very direct road feel. You can clearly feel it when driving over manhole covers or speed bumps. Of course, after talking about the advantages, we must also talk about the disadvantages. First, the space. For the sake of this longitudinal rear-wheel drive structure and 50/50 weight distribution, the CT4 has indeed made a lot of compromises. In interior space, the rear legroom is relatively tight, and the middle floor is also very high. If 3 adults sit in the back, it will be obviously uncomfortable. Many people joke that the rear row of the CT4 is more like a temporary seat. The second floor is the interior. In this era of large screens everywhere, the CT4's interior is indeed a bit traditional. A central control screen of not very large size, plus a row of physical buttons. It's quite convenient to operate, but the sense of technology is really lacking. There's also the fuel consumption problem. For the 20T version, if you drive a little aggressively in the urban area, the fuel consumption of more than 10 liters per 100 kilometers is basically the norm. In addition, the 8-act transmission occasionally has a little frustration in low-speed congested road conditions. It's not serious, but it will remind you of its existence from time to time. Interestingly, many people who really like the CT4 actually accepted these shortcomings from the beginning because they know very well that the core selling point of this car is never space or configuration, but driving. If you just want to find a stable commuter car, there are many more comfortable and fuel-efficient options at this price. But if you occasionally want to step on the gas pedal late at night, listen to the sound of the engine, and experience the fun of a rear-wheel drive car on a section of curves, then a car like the CT4 is particularly precious. In this era, that pays more and more attention to practicality and efficiency. It's like a bit stubborn, old-school player who is unwilling to follow the trend. That's why some people are willing to pay for it. After all, for many young people, a car is not just a means of transportation. Sometimes it's a love and an attitude. Young and successful drive a BMW. Love doesn't need to talk about chips. Let's make it clear in one go. BMW's entire sedan lineup. BMW's full name is Bayernische Motor im Werk, which translates to Bavarian Motor Works, abbreviated as BMW. It's also jokingly called Don't Touch Me, or Pickup King by netizens. Many people don't know that BMW was not originally an automobile manufacturer, but an aircraft engine manufacturer. Founded in 1916 with its headquarters in Munich, Germany, its blue and white logo is often mistakenly thought to symbolize a rotating propeller, but it's not that complicated. The blue and white pattern is the coat of arms of the state of Bavaria, used to remind people that BMW is from Bavaria. After World War I ended in 1918, Germany, as a defeated country, had aircraft classified as weapons of war and was prohibited from producing them. BMW had to transform. In 1922, it produced its first motorcycle, the R32, which sold well. 2 years later, it launched automobile research and development, thus having the world-famous BMW cars we know today. BMW Group owns 3 automobile brands, BMW Mini and Rolls-Royce. In 1994, BMW Group established a representative office in Beijing, marking BMW's official entry into the Chinese market, though it was mainly imported at that time. Soon after, in May 2003, BMW Group and Brilliance Automotive Group jointly established Brilliance BMW. In terms of model layout, BMW can be roughly divided into the number Series 10, Series 1, Series Z, Series M Performance, and M Power. Today we're talking about the number Series Z, sedan lineup, which ranges from 1 series to 8 series. The higher the number, the higher the level, and the more expensive the car. Unnumbered series represent 4-door sedans, while even numbered series represent sports coupes. Let's start with the first model, the BMW 1 Series. Although it has been discontinued, as one of my favorite models, I have to talk about it. The joint venture models after 2017 are not worth talking about. Front-wheel drive 1.5 T3-cylinder engine paired with 6-act, and the transmission was replaced with a dual clutch. In 2020, it's only getting worse. Patients with kidney stones might consider it a joke about the rough ride. Jokes aside, it's still a BMW, with excellent handling advantages in its class. In terms of interior, it has small space and a strong plastic feel. In terms of appearance, it's a matter of taste. I think it's not as good as the previous imported hatchback models. However, there is also a 20T 4-cylinder option available. Young people who like exquisite small cars can consider a used 2023 125i Sport Night Edition, which can be bought for around 100,000 yuan with good condition. It has 178 horsepower and 280 Nm of torque, with a 0-100 km/h acceleration of 75 seconds, which is sufficient for daily commuting and even occasional excitement. Next, let's focus on the imported hatchback version. Before 2017, it is definitely an uncompromising handling fanatic in the BMW family, with a short wheelbase rear-wheel drive and a perfect 50/50 weight distribution. Back then, it was definitely the most hardcore driver's car. Under 300,000 yuan, it's a favorite in the modification circle, but ordinary people look down on it as the cheapest BMW, with small space and low configuration. This only those in the know understand. Trade is exactly the soul of the imported 1 series. Currently, it is more suitable for friends with a limited budget who like modifications. For a few tens of thousands of yuan, you can experience longitudinal engine, rear-wheel drive, and short wheelbase cornering. With a flexible and controllable rear end, it's definitely the best springboard to experience BMW's handling. At low cost, my recommendation is the 2012 16T model and the 20T models launched later. It should be noted that try to avoid heavily modified models and prioritize stock cars. In terms of power, the common problems of the 16T and 13 engine are valve cover, oil leakage, and turbocharger water pipe leakage. The 20T and 20 engine has cooling system failures, focusing on water pump, thermostat, and high-pressure fuel pump faults. When buying a car, test drive it first, focusing on whether the power output is linear and the shifting logic is clear. The second model, the BMW 2 Series, the official guide price ranges from 208,000 yuan to 398,000 yuan, with a current discount of about 30,000 to 40,000 yuan. It is divided into imported to-door versions and joint venture for door versions. In terms of power, the joint venture for door version is fully equipped with a 2.0 terabytes 48 engine. The imported to-door to 25i is equipped with a 2.0 terabytes 48 engine, while the M40i is equipped with a 3.0 terabytes 50 8-inline 6-cylinder engine with 333 horsepower and 500 Nm of torque. The transmissions are different. The imported to-door version uses an ADAT, while the joint venture for door version uses a 7-speed dual clutch. You can tell for yourself which is a real BMW and which is a fake BMW. For friends who want to buy this model, my suggestion is to directly buy the to-door version. It offers a purer driving experience, of course, on the premise that you have another car at home. If it's used as the main car, the 278-meter wheelbase is just enough, not to mention comfortable. The biggest difference between high and low configurations is the Harman Kardon sound system and 19-inch wheels. For friends who don't care about sound quality, directly choose the 225i Sport package, which can be landed for about 200,000 yuan. If you have a sufficient budget, you might as well go all out and buy a Phantom joke. The third model, the BMW 3 Series, the official guide price ranges from 319,900 yuan to 399,900 yuan, with a current discount of about 100,000 yuan. It is BMW's best-selling model and has a high status in the BMW family, especially the extreme driving experience of the F30 and F35 generations. I can only say everything is stiff, including the seats. Its first half of life was deified for its extreme handling, but its second half was criticized by car fans for its soft suspension tuning, which made it lose its soul. In my opinion, although it compromised to the market, it is still a good car with excellent handling. It has to face Mercedes luxury and Audi's technology, so the 3 Series had to sacrifice part of its handling to meet consumers' demand for both BMW's brand aura and a comfortable driving experience. If you choose in this class, the BMW 3 Series is the most reliable choice. In terms of power, it is fully equipped with a 20 terabytes 48 engine, paired with an ADAT transmission. Both are familiar veterans. Many friends are torn between buying the 330 or 325, standard wheelbase or long wheelbase. It's actually easy to choose. My suggestions are the 330i M Sport Night Edition, 3 o'clock 30la M Sport Night Edition, and 3 o'clock 25la M Sport Edition. If you have a sufficient budget, directly go for the 330la. It has everything you need. If your budget is limited, choose the 330i or 325la. The price difference between these two is not big, but the engine power differs by 60 horsepower and the driving experience. In terms of starting, and rapid acceleration is quite different. If you have high power requirements, directly choose the 330i. No need to hesitate. In terms of wheelbase, the daily driving experience is not much different. The 285-meter wheelbase of the 330i is also sufficient for daily home use. For friends who have no power requirements and often have passengers in the rear row with frequent travel needs, choosing the 325Li is also fine. With 184 horsepower and a 0-100 km/h acceleration of 79 seconds, it is completely sufficient for home use. After all, there are many performance beasts, like the Sylvia on the road. Compared with the 330i, the rear space is about 1/5 larger, plus a panoramic sunroof and electric trunk. The only downside is the lack of Harman Kardon sound system. Speaking of Meizu, yes, we're talking about what happened back then. After everyone reviews the script, they really want to know what happened between late June and Hongzhang of Meizu back then. Alright, let's talk about it briefly. Around 2009, Meizu launched one of its mobile phones, the Meizu M8. I wonder how many people have used it. Leave a photo in the comment area to remind me. It used the Windows CE kernel, but developed its own complete UI system. User interface. The overall user experience was almost the same as the iPhone. What were domestic mobile phones doing back then? Shanghai phones were everywhere. After stepping down from Kingsoft, late June found Huangjang with 4 billion yuan. Since both were from technical backgrounds, they spent every day together. At that time, Huangjang was very active on the Meizu forum, posting updates and photos every day, arguing with fans and being very down to earth. He also absorbed a lot of user feedback through the forum. If a user reported a problem in the morning, Huangjang would post a photo on the forum at 12 o'clock at night, saying he was working overtime to fix it. Sometimes he would even argue with users about a problem and agree to meet offline, not to fight, but to drink together until they were red in the face, as he later posted photos of. It can be said that Huangjang was very popular on the Meizu forum. Back then, like someone around you, very approachable, and Meizu fans were very loyal. Huangjang posted many photos with Lei Zhang at that time, saying they hit it off and had a great time chatting. Suddenly one day, he posted a photo of a messy office, saying he had been cheated by Lei Zhang. Everyone asked him what happened, and he said Lei Zhang had deceived him in the name of an investor, stolen his core technical secrets, and then went to make his own mobile phone. According to the information made public later, Lei Zhang did contact Hongzhong as an investor, but the two failed to reach an agreement. After failing to invest in Meizu, Lei Zhang gathered the group of people he had introduced to Huangjian, back then had a bowl of millet porridge together, and founded Xiaomi in 2010, preparing to make his own mobile phones. Huangjian's anger came from the fact that he finally found that Xiaomi's first generation MIUI, the UI of Xiaomi mobile phones, was very similar to Meizu's. In Huangjian's words, they took some code and copied it directly. Lei Zhang said, I drew on it. Let's put up a few pictures. I won't comment. This incident had a huge impact on me when I was young, as I grew up and looked back. First, I emotionally invested in Mayu subjectively back then. Second, when I was young, I valued loyalty and dreams too much. In fact, in business operations, sometimes it's hard to say who is right or wrong. After all, business is like a battlefield. Moreover, Lei Zhang really wanted to cooperate at first, and his original intention was good. As we all know later, Meizu insisted on offline channels and a single product line, missing the opportunities of internet marketing and ecological layout. Xiaomi introduced core talents like Lin Ban and actively embraced internet marketing. Huangjian was more like an extreme product manager, while Lei Zhang was more like a pragmatic resource integrator. Now Meizu has been acquired by Guile, and Xiaomi has entered the car-making industry, and they're at it again. Geely and Xiaomi are butting heads once more. That's really hilarious, isn't it? If you look back and ask why Xiaomi automobile has succeeded, I think this question is too vague, no matter how well you summarize it. If you could go back in time, you might still not be able to do it well. So I actually don't like summarizing such questions. In all Xiaomi people, not just Lei Zhang, I see respect for everyone, including ordinary users. Lei Zhang calls all Xiaomi employees colleagues. This alone makes him really different from other bosses. Respecting others is the only way to win others' respect, no matter what position you're in. At the same time, as a boss with a net worth of 100 billion yuan, he could totally stay at home and retire to enjoy life. At his age, look at other internet tycoons. How many of them still make frequent public appearances? Only he chose this path and has been devoting himself wholeheartedly, out of love. As a middle-aged man, I really admire this about him. If I had to say one reason, I can only say that in Lei Zhang's eyes, I see his love for his career and products, the kind of look where his eyes really light up. Do you understand? If you ask who else has this look, well, I think YG and Zheng of Great Wall Motors. Compared with Mr. Li, Mr. Li is more steady and stubborn, and a little less energetic, but both are men with bright eyes. There's also Zhang Zhu from the model industry. We mentioned earlier, it might be a cross-field reference, so many of you may not be familiar with her. It's okay, let's spend tens of seconds to let you feel this. Love and perseverance of Zhang Zhu, living day by day reminiscing while experiencing. Just said goodbye and goodbye again. Every story must set off. It's my wish for more than 10 years. Falling I fall often, of course. A strange color as dazzling as a dream. You can see it if you put your heart into it. Seeing tomorrow from unfamiliar faces. Turning new pages from familiar classics. What passes by is not only. If I don't succeed, I'll work hard to make money. If I have a son and he doesn't like what I do, I'll let him race cars. Young and successful drive a BMW. Love doesn't need to talk about ships. Let's make it clear in one go. BMW's entire sedan lineup. BMW's full name is Bayreuth Motorwork, which translates to Bavarian Motor Works, abbreviated as BMW. It's also jokingly called Don't Touch Me, or Pickup King by netizens. Many people don't know that BMW was not originally an automobile manufacturer, but an aircraft engine manufacturer founded in 1916, with its headquarters in Munich, Germany. Its blue and white logo is often mistakenly thought to symbolize a rotating propeller, but it's not that complicated. The blue and white pattern is the coat of arms of the state of Bavaria, used to remind people that BMW is from Bavaria. After World War I ended in 1918, Germany, as a defeated country, had aircraft classified as weapons of war and was prohibited from producing them. BMW had to transform. In 1922, it produced its first motorcycle, the R32, which sold well. 2 years later, it launched automobile research and development, thus having the world-famous BMW cars we know today. BMW Group owns 3 automobile brands, BMW Mini and Rolls-Royce. In 1994, BMW Group established a representative office in Beijing, marking BMW's official entry into the Chinese market, though it was mainly imported at that time. Soon after, in May 2003, BMW Group and Brilliance Automotive Group jointly established Brilliance BMW. In terms of model layout, BMW can be roughly divided into the number series: X Series, 1 Series, Z Series, M Performance, and M Power. Today we're talking about the number series sedan lineup, which ranges from 1 Series to 8 Series. The higher the number, the higher the level, and the more expensive the car. Unnumbered series represent 4-door sedans, while even numbered series represent sports coupes. Let's start with the first model, the BMW 1 Series. Although it has been discontinued, as one of my favorite models, I have to talk about it. The joint venture models after 2017 are not worth talking about. Front-wheel drive, 1.5 T3 cylinder engine paired with 6-up, and the transmission was replaced with a dual clutch. In 2020, it's only getting worse. Patients with kidney stones might consider it a joke about the rough ride. Jokes aside, it's still a BMW, with excellent handling advantages in its class. In terms of interior, it has small space and a strong plastic feel. In terms of appearance, it's a matter of taste. I think it's not as good as the previous imported hatchback models. However, there is also a 20T 4-cylinder option available. Young people who like exquisite small cars can consider a used 2023 125 IM Sport Night Edition, which can be bought for around 100,000 yuan. With good condition, it has 178 horsepower and 280 Nm of torque, with a 0-100 km/h acceleration of 75 seconds, which is sufficient for daily commuting and even occasional excitement. Next, let's focus on the imported hatchback version. Before 2017, it is definitely an uncompromising handling fanatic in the BMW family, with a short wheelbase rear-wheel drive and a perfect 50/50 weight distribution. Back then, it was definitely the most hardcore driver's car. Under 300,000 yuan, it's a favorite in the modification circle, but ordinary people look down on it as the cheapest BMW, with small space and low configuration. This only those in the know understand. Trait is exactly the soul of the imported 1 Series. Currently, it is more suitable for friends with a limited budget who like modifications. For a few tens of thousands of yuan, you can experience longitudinal engine, rear-wheel drive, and short wheelbase cornering, with a flexible and controllable rear end. It's definitely the best springboard to experience BMW's handling. At low cost, my recommendation is the 2012 16T model, and the 20T models launch later. It should be noted that try to avoid heavily modified models and prioritize stock cars. In terms of power, the common problems of the 16T and 13 engine are valve cover, oil leakage, and turbocharger water pipe leakage. The 20T and 20 engine has cooling system failures, focusing on water pump, thermostat, and high-pressure fuel pump faults. When buying a car, test drive it first, focusing on whether the power output is linear and the shifting logic is clear. Yuan with a discount of up to 100,000 yuan for the top configuration. It even comes standard with MRC magnetic ride control, IMSD limited slip differential, and other rare configurations in its class, pushing the cost performance to the ceiling. By the way, even under the fixed price model, you can still negotiate further. It depends on your bargaining skills. Don't tell the salesperson I said that. Let's take a look at its highlights. First is proud MRC magnetic ride control. This suspension can be said to be Cadillac signature. Scale the core of MRC magnetic ride control is its fast response and super intelligence. It's not as rigid as traditional suspensions. It can scan the road surface 1,000 times per second to adjust damping, which is hundreds of times faster than the speed of our blink, adjusting its state in just 1 millisecond. For example, when encountering potholes or speed bumps, before you can feel the bump, it has already smoothed out the road vibrations. It's not that you can't feel it at all, but it's like driving over a small stone. If you don't pay attention, it's as if you didn't hit it at all. Moreover, it works with magnetohelical fluid, which reverts to its original state when power is cut off. The softness and hardness adjustment is extremely smooth, without any mechanical jitter, perfectly achieving the contradictory task of balancing comfort and handling on rough roads it can soften, making you feel like being dragged by an invisible hand. When cornering at high speed or braking sharply, it can harden instantly to keep the body from leaning or nodding, making you more confident behind the wheel. This technology was originally used in supercars like Ferrari and Lamborghini, but Cadillac has brought it down to a car price in the hundreds of thousands. This isn't just black technology, it's like comparing a galaxy to a planet. In terms of value, second, its appearance in aura. As a century-old luxury brand, it never fails to deliver on presence. The diamond cut design is nothing new, but on a full-size sedan, it exudes a unique blend of elegance and muscular aesthetics. Through the diamond cut language, the front face and side profile feature sharp angles and slick lines, creating a three-dimensional royal sculptural look. The family-style teardrop headlights are piercing, bold yet refined. The V-shaped hood bulge, paired with the through body lines, creates diamond-like light and shadow changes that shift with different angles. Moving to the rear, the fastback shape and integrated tail lights stand out, giving the car a low, sleek visual appeal. The aura you've always dreamed of is fully displayed in this car compared to its competitors. It's like a bodybuilder in a tailored suit, effortlessly combining elegance and safety. Now let's talk about its flaws. First, its powertrain. You might say, it's no worse than the low-power versions of the Mercedes-Benz E2, 60 or Audi A6L, but that's the problem. It comes with the same engine and transmission across the entire lineup. A 237 horsepower unit paired with a 10-speed automatic, delivering a 0-100 km/h acceleration of around 7.5 seconds. Is it bad on paper? Not really. It's more than enough for highway overtaking or occasional spirited driving, but only just enough. Unlike other models that offer high and low power options, this engine is used in everything from the CT4 to the XT6, which is its biggest complaint. It works well in B-class and smaller cars, but in a full-size luxury sedan at this price point, it's merely adequate, not impressive. Second, the interior. For a full-size luxury sedan, it falls short in terms of detail and luxury presentation. The materials are decent, but the overall luxurious atmosphere is lacking. It's not much different from the CT4 and CT5. The bold lines aren't ugly, but compared to its peers, it's missing that premium feel. Then there's the build quality, which can be described as American ruggedness. Powerful but lacking refinement. The seams aren't perfectly aligned, and some models have a peculiar odor. While it's better than its little brother, the CT5, it still needs to be aired out for a while, or attentive owners will have to fix it themselves. To sum up, who is this car best for? It's perfect for bosses who love driving and can truly appreciate a well-tuned chassis. As we've covered, its cost performance and the aura won't disappoint. Coupled with its century-old luxury heritage, it lets you hold your own in any occasion. It's a car that's both popular and niche. Despite the popularity of its little brother, the CT5, not many people choose the CT6. Why is it popular? Because its mechanical quality and technology are top-notch, second to none. so there are still some people willing to pay for it. Bosses looking for a family car can also consider it, as its size is on par with BMW and Audi, so space is never an issue. In terms of ownership costs, it's similar to its competitors. It also has cylinder deactivation technology for highway, so you don't have to worry too much about fuel consumption. Maintenance costs are roughly the same as the CT5, but you're getting a higher class. Finally, there's the cost performance. Getting S-Class quality for less money is no exaggeration, mainly thanks to the MRC magnetic ride control and MLSD differential, which are worth more than the car itself. If we missed anything, feel free to add it in the comments. See you next time. What's most special is its asymmetric cockpit, with the driver's seat positioned forward, just like a fighter jet cockpit. Obviously, the core of this car is not carrying people, but making the driver the absolute protagonist. However, only 799 units are produced worldwide, and nearly all were sold out before official delivery. Even if you have the money to buy it, you might not be able to get one, and those who can buy it often don't use it as a means of transportation, but to collect the peak of technology of an era. Just like the F40 back then, the F40 and F80 carry the mission of supercar evolution. Number 14, Aston Martin Valkyria. This is a supercar you might miss if you blink. With a top speed of 400 km/h, it broke the legal street car record at Silverstone circuit in one fell swoop. It is the Aston Martin Valkyria, and even world F1 champion Verstappen is willing to pay for it and become one of its owners. The Aston Martin Valkyria is a road-going F1 co-created by Aston Martin and Red Bull Racing. It's worth noting that Red Bull Racing has won 2 consecutive Constructors' Championships, and Verstappen is a 4-time consecutive track champion. Such a strong alliance was destined to make it extraordinary. Lumen's champion driver Valentino once drove it to a lap time of 156 at Silverstone circuit, with a track top speed of 330 km/h. He said he couldn't believe it was a street car. Driving it to Silverstone could easily surpass the lap time of the British GT Championship. How ridiculous is this result? It's a full 10 seconds faster than the modified Porsche 911 GT3 RS by Mazda, and even outperforms the 2019 Porsche 911 GT3 RS race car only, 03 seconds slower than the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 race car, all while using ordinary standard tires. The Valkyria's power is no empty talk. Many supercars emphasize luxurious interiors and comfortable experiences, but the Valkyria has almost removed all of these. The seats are fixed, the steering wheel is a racing-style one, and there's almost no storage space. Why? Because its goal was never to make you comfortable, but to bring you close to the limit. It can burst out 1,000 horsepower, with a red line of up to 11,100 revolutions per minute, making it the most powerful naturally aspirated engine for a street car in history. When driving at high speeds, it can generate 1,100 kilograms of downforce, equivalent to pressing a ton of weight on the car, firmly sticking it to the ground. It can complete 0 to 97 km/h acceleration in 25 seconds, and its top speed of 400 km/h is faster than many. An ecological layout. Xiaomi introduced core talents like Lin Ban and actively embraced internet marketing. Huangshan was more like an extreme product